Wow, 20 years later, the Backstreet Boys are back and as big as ever with new music and a sold-out world tour.
But in his new memoir, Facing the Music and Living to Talk About It, Nick reveals the dark side to his stardom. It's a very personal look inside his life, and Nick Carter joins us to talk about it. Thanks so much for being here.
And thanks for having me, guys.
Now, you were 12 when you joined the Backstreet Boys,
Yes,
so you were literally a boy. You were just a child. What was that like for you?
It was, I mean, it was fun. At that moment in your life, you're kind of just enjoying performing on stage, enjoying the moment, you know, living, just having fun and entertaining. You know, that's what I was doing at that time. You know, when you're 12 years old, no matter, you know, what you're doing, that's you just love life at the time.
But I got to tell you, reading your book, which was very candid and I could tell very painful for you to write.
Yeah.
How many people would be surprised to know everything about your, you know, the things about your childhood that you reveal in the book?
I think people will learn a lot about me, things that they didn't know, obviously, like you just said. But I think, you know, as an entertainer, one of the things that they say, the show must go on. You know, so you put on a smile and you go on stage and you do what you have to do. But I was going through a lot of things at that time, dysfunctional family, you know, obviously substance abuse, and all the different things that that people didn't really know, and that was hiding behind the smile.
You talk about how you had your first drink at age 2?
Yeah, actually, it was kind of a running joke when I was, my father actually, I talk about it in the book, my father actually owned a bar with my grandmother, and so they had a cabinet, you know, that they stored all the liquor, and I crawled in there, and they took a picture of me, I think, holding a Rolling Rock and kind of sipping out of it, and it was a joke. Later on, you know, actually, I really had my first drink when I was around 8 or 9 years old.
And by the time you were dating Paris Hilton, you write that you were taking cocaine, ecstasy, and a large bottle of vodka every night you were drinking?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the rock star lifestyle, you know, at times. I mean, there's definitely no excuse for it, but when you're dealing with depression and all the other things that come along with it, you know, you tend to self-medicate, and that's definitely what I was doing.
Have you talked to Paris Hilton?
No, we have not spoken since our breakup. But you know, it is. This book is not talking down on anyone. All it really is just acknowledging certain things that were sort of pivotal in my life, and you know, we just weren't a good combination at that time. You know, when it came to the party lifestyle.
Your younger sister died of a drug overdose last year. What effect did that have on you? I
mean, it was unfortunate because my sister and myself and a lot of my family members, we have a not the greatest relationship, but no matter what it is, I always still want the best for them, no matter, you know, and tried to do things for them, you know, tried to get them to rehab, and you know, and then it was, we just didn't have enough time to actually mend our relationship, you know, and kind of fix it, and then she passed away, and so I dedicated the book really to people out there who might be going through the same thing, and then that they won't have to necessarily feel the pain and that I've experienced. Yeah,
you talk about the regret that horrible chapter brought to you, but then how you deal with the regret is one of the principles of the book. You've got 10 rules for better living, basically. One thing I like that you weave all through that is you explain how counseling and therapy works, and you kind of demystify it. And so coming from your voice, hopefully this will encourage more people that are dealing with things that they may not even know they're dealing with.
Exactly.
To seek help.
Exactly. It all starts up here, and that's when you come to terms and you have that epiphany, and that's what happened to me. And it's like, wow, you know, all the things that I am doing right now are a result of the way that I actually perceive my reality, and so once you, and the only way you can get over that is through therapy. is through talking to someone, you know, a counselor at school, you know, whatever it is, and then you can begin the healing process.
Yeah, I liked one of the lines, I'm not quoting it directly, is the counselor or therapist doesn't have the answer, they help you find the answer. They lead you, and that's what I liked about the book too. You kind of lead us through some of these steps as well.
Totally, and that's what it is. It's really just a resource that, you know, a new resource, because I actually, in the past, that's what I utilized was self-help books to really initiate my you know, my healing process. And so that's what this is. It's a resource that people can grab that, you know, it's not so aggressive, you know, that sort of updated.
And it's about new beginnings, and the Backstreet Boys are back on tour with new music. Now you're all older and wiser. What's it like this time around?
Well, I'm a little bit wiser, but I need to always learn more, which is one of my principles. But I'm having a great time. I mean, I'm able to actually enjoy the process by being clear-headed, by being open. You know, there's so many great gifts that, you know, that you're given that you just, if you're partying, if you're doing these things, you don't really get to experience and enjoy. So, I mean, being on stage with the guys, you know, 20 years, 20th anniversary, you know, brand new album, you know, so many projects that I'm doing right now. I feel like my mind is firing on all cylinders, which is really good. It's exciting.
Yeah, and your mind can work because there's no vodka, there's no cocaine, there's no that. How's your health overall right now?
I mean, overall, it's always a work in progress. You know, one of my biggest issues is, you know, obviously eating and diet, and so
you talk a lot about losing that 10 pounds.
No, I did. I lost.
Yeah, you did.
I lost about 60-something pounds. You know, at one particular, 60-something pounds. I was that overweight, and really it's just about eating clean, staying active, staying in the gym, you know, doing cardio, and I mean, we do about 2 hours a night.
2 hours a night
dancing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a great, and you get paid for it.
I get paid, so I have fun.
It's so great to see someone who has gone through this and come out on the other side and lived to tell and can really appreciate it. But we see so many people, especially ones who attained fame and wealth early on, Lindsay Lohan and so forth. And you think, well, maybe she's turned a corner and then she's back in rehab. I imagine when you're living that life, you're in some kind of a bubble, right?
You are, and you know, there's a lot of influences around you. There's a lot of people who want to drag you down, and you know, I always say misery loves and needs company, and that's the kind of lifestyle that it is, and you can't really necessarily see outside that bubble, and people like to keep you in it, you know, and there's just, you have to be able to look, and that's what I did. You have to look in the mirror, look at your face and say, do I like the person that I am inside and out? And ask that question to yourself. And if you can't answer that question, then you need help.
You know, we sit, and a lot of people, you know, we armchair quarterback. Well, she's not going to make it this time, or he's just going to end up right back in rehab. When you see a celebrity like a Lindsay Lohan, or even a Zac Efron, do you have a better sense, due to the empathy you have because you've been through it, that you can tell when someone's going to make it or when someone's going to stumble again? I
really, it's hard to focus on other people, and that's one of the things that I learned over the years. You know, I actually was, I would constantly be like, I'm going to make my family better, I'm going to heal everyone, I'm going to be the provider, I'm going to do all these things. And then when you're focusing on other people and not yourself, you're letting yourself down. And you're not allowed. So I felt as if it was better to lead by example, and that's one of the things that I had to learn. And I think that, you know, it's unfortunate, but you kind of have to let people live their lives and let them experience it for themselves. Obviously, you can't let someone just die or something happen to someone, you know. But at the same time, you can lead a horse to water, but if it doesn't want to drink, it won't.
Right.
You're working on a new reality show?
Yeah, actually, I am, and it's interesting because the person that I am now versus the person that I was when I actually did the House of Carters, the previous TV show that we did with E. You know, I feel like I'm excited to introduce that person. And so we're doing a presentation with my fiance and myself that's based sort of around our lives and getting married, because that's something that I never thought that I would do. And so it's kind of entertaining to see me actually get over that hump and accept it. But I love her immensely, and so, you know.
Well, that won't add any pressure to the wedding. Doing it on TV, that'll make it nice.
Well, and that's the thing, you know. We're unique in a way, so we actually felt like, I don't even know if I want to have a big wedding. Let's just elope. So we don't even know what'll happen.
Cool.
I mean, it's just, honestly, it's not about the flashiness. It's just, we're both unique individuals, and we just have extraordinary circumstances. She's a normal girl, and I'm, you know, whatever, crazy pop star.
Well, you know what? I know, you can get a lot more insight into that crazy pop star by checking the book out. It's an interesting read. It's called Facing the Music. It is in stores and available online today. So it's so great to have Nick Carter here on the couch with us, and you're going to be at Planet Hollywood in Times Square at 5:15 for a special event as well. So you can drop by and say hello.
And I was thrilled to see you and the other Backstreet Boys. I don't want to spoil anything, but you have a pivotal role in a hilarious movie called This Is the End.
Yeah, that was
wonderful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that really sparked and kickstarted everything back for this 20th anniversary for us. You know, a lot of people actually kind of forgot about us, but that movie definitely helped.
Continued success and good